Wow, I'm not one to cry, but I'm feeling very emotional already. How's everyone doing? The food looks good. That's good to hear. Sorry. But yeah, good evening, everyone. And thank you, Kate, for those beautiful, amazing words. Touched my heart. But yeah, I'm Pedro Garcia Silva. I'm a senior at San Francisco University High School. And and I'm incredibly honored to be here as your keynote speaker tonight. I'd like to start off by sharing a few fun facts about myself before I go in depth about my story and how it led me here to this incredible event with you all. To start off, my first word was not mom or dad. It was actually tortilla. I ate tortillas more than anything, and that habit has only been slightly changed since. I'm also blessed to be trilingual. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English fluently in that order. I wish I could give credit to my preschool for teaching me English, but in reality, that's not the case. Right now, in this moment, I wish to credit and highlight a childhood hero of mine, Thomas the Train, for being the sole reason of me learning English while watching TV all those afternoons when I was young. And lastly, and most important of them all, I'm a lifelong student. I'm a senior and also student body president at UHS, an alum from Town School for Boys and Breakthrough Summer Bridge, and a scholar at the SMART program. I mentioned SMART last because it's the true origin of my academic journey and the only reason I'm able to mention all the other institutions. I joined SMART in 2016. That's almost a decade with this program. And if I'm being sincere, I don't know where I would be without them. But before I officially joined SMART, where was I? Although my home is physically in Soma, I grew up in the Mission. I attended Buena Vista Horace Mann Elementary School, where I was surrounded by a vibrant Latine community where Spanish was a dominant language. And the values of family, hard work, and resilience were woven into my everyday life. The Mission was my real home, and it taught me to appreciate the beauty of my Latine culture. I loved growing up in the Mission, but the people closest to me wanted more for me. My fourth grade teacher, Frank Lara, saw potential with me and introduced me and my mom to SMART. With his help, we all filled out the application for SMART, and shortly after, I was attending my first day of the SMART summer program at St. Anthony's. That first year with SMART was, you can say, revolutionary, you could say. At the age of 9, we were accustomed to hating school. But that summer, I had a genuine fun with learning. I vividly remember my art project that was dedicated to the biography and life of Albert Einstein. I remember using an iPad in a classroom for the first time, realizing that this screen could be used for way more than just mobile games and YouTube. I learned to use iMovie, and I directed my very own short film. My years at the SMART Summer program were revolutionary because at a young age, I gained a new perspective that learning in an academic environment can be incredibly fun and rewarding. Apart from realizing that learning can look very different, it also led me to acknowledge the diversity around me. The environment that SMART built by celebrating and embracing the diversity of their community have made me realize that I can truly thrive in spaces like this. Not only were students from countless beautiful and inspiring cultures and backgrounds, they all shared a trait, a drive, and an ambition to seek for a higher education. I was not alone. My whole world opened up, and it motivated me even more. After joining SMART, they helped me transfer to an elite, predominantly white, all-boys school in Pacific Heights. I rarely visited that side of the city. There was never a reason to. I had everything I needed in my beautiful Mission District. As a child, I didn't realize the significance of being a first-generation Latino. The first few days of attending this new school were daunting, especially after realizing I was the only Latino student in this upper school. My awareness of my identity deepened because for the first time, I was the only Latino in the room. And it quickly became clear I wasn't just a student in the classroom, I was the sole representative of my culture and heritage at the school. It was intimidating knowing that I had to carry the full weight of my Latino culture and needed to positively represent myself and my heritage to a community that wasn't always exposed to it. This might have seemed unfair task for an 11-year-old to bear, but if I'm being sincere, I don't know who I would have become if it wasn't for this experience and responsibility. I embraced the challenge. Thank you. In 8th grade, I was elected student body president. This was an opportunity to not only lead the challenge, my peers, to recognize and respect our differences. I didn't try to fit in or assimilate. I proudly stood out. I advocated for celebrating cultural diversity, encouraging my peers to embrace their own identities as I had embraced mine. I wanted them to know that our differences were not something to shy away from, but something to be proud of. This experience shaped me into a leader who knows the power of embracing authenticity and using it to make an impact. After an amazing 5 years of being a Tiger at Town School for Boys, I then became a Red Devil at San Francisco University High School, which it created a lot of mixed feelings within my Catholic household. High school, however, was not without its challenges. During my sophomore year, I faced some of the hardest moments of my life. I lost multiple close family members in a short span, and the emotional toll was overwhelming. My family's well-being became my priority, and although my grades dropped, I learned the importance of perseverance and asking for help. My teachers and advisors noticed my struggles, and their support helped me regain my confidence. Through their encouragement, I found the courage to be vulnerable and accept help, which allowed me to develop stronger study habits and resilience. In the face of adversity, I continued to pursue leadership. I ran for student body president and won once again. This time, I knew the stakes were higher and the challenges were greater, but I didn't shy away from this responsibility. I embraced it fully. As president, I made it my mission to highlight the diverse identities within our school community. I worked with the Latina Union of Students to host the first ever Hispanic Heritage Month celebration where we incorporated trivia, performance, and storytelling to celebrate the richness of our culture. I also created spaces for other communities to share their stories, such as the National Coming Out Day, where LGBTQ+ students and faculty shared their experience and built solidarity among our school's diverse groups. Throughout these experiences, I realized the impact that a single voice can have when it advocates for representation, inclusion, and understanding. As I leave high school, I feel a profound sense of pride in my role as a leader who has helped shape a more inclusive and supportive community. My family, my Brazilian mother and Mexican father have always instilled in me the values of passion, perseverance, and service. They taught me that no matter the challenges we face, we must always remain grounded in our values. And it's because of them that I've learned to embrace my identity with pride and purpose, and it's because of them that I strive to be a role model for other Hispanic students. I know that many students who share my background are told that college is out of reach, that the doors of higher education are closed to them, but I'm living proof that that isn't true. I've made it this far, and I'll continue to break barriers, not just for myself, but for those who come after me. So I've made it here in front of you all, and as I have shared a summary of my life story thus far, I'm closing this chapter of being a curious young scholar and moving on to the next journey. All the struggles and challenges, the highest highs and the lowest lows, have led me here to say, with the support from SMART, my schools, my teachers, my peers and friends, my family, and you all, that I will be attending Lehigh University in the fall. With your collective support, I will be the first in my family to attend college and the first to get a college degree. I aspire to become a civil engineer with an ambition and drive to build adaptive, resilient cities while protecting and restoring the natural environment. As I continue on this journey, I will carry the lessons of my family and my culture with me, always striving to be the best version of myself and create a better future for those who come after me. There's a few parents of my peers that you guys have raised amazing, amazing boys. We currently go to the same school, and they just made that drive to go further, to find inclusion within communities, and knowing that they will always have my back no matter what. So I give a shout out to those parents of Owen Frederick. And yes, please round of applause for them. If they can wave their hand. There they are. And thank you, and to all the faculty and teachers of Town School and UHS. I saw Ms. Durbin out there, Ms. Matunga. You guys opened those first doors for me. Thank you for mentoring me, and thank you for inspiring me to stay curious. And everyone in the Smart Room, in the Smart staff, can you raise your hands real quick? There you go. They are the true heroes. They really are. They really are. Thank you for giving me this space to speak my story, and I hope you guys all aspire to learn the stories of my peers because they're all equally as amazing. And thank you to everyone at Smart for being the catalyst of everything good that has happened to me since the 4th grade. And lastly, thank you to my mom, my dad, and my sister over there, table 18. Papá, muchas gracias por todo lo que has hecho para mí. No sé qué haría sin tu soporte, tu ayuda y tu cariño. Mãe, obrigado por tudo que você faz para mim. Eu te amo demais. Tudo que estou fazendo é para você. And Melanie, little Melanie, you're my future. I'm betting everything on you, and I'm sure you'll do even greater than what I'm doing right now. So I love you, Mel. And to everyone else, thank you, truly thank you for being here. Your presence speaks volumes, and I hope you all continue to work and support Smart. Have an amazing night.